Ladies and gentlemen, check out the brand new 2015 Ford F-150, and here's my man Nathan to help us with the review. Nathan, what's special about this one?
This has the brand new 2.7 liter EcoBoost engine. It's a V6, but it's a tiny V6, and it actually is very impressive.
You know, there are 4 engine choices, but this is the new one, so this is the one we're going to review next
on the Fast Lane Truck.
Ladies and gentlemen, behold, there you have it. Not Nathan, but
the 2015 Ford F-150.
Yep, and we've got a very special one, Nathan. What makes this red one special besides the fact that it's so blindingly red?
It's an all-new truck, and more importantly, this one has the 2.7 liter EcoBoost turbocharged engine.
That's a mouthful, dude.
Yes.
But we chose it because there's never been a 2.7 in an F-150.
Look at that widow bitty engine. It's actually a very interesting engine. This is brand new. This is a 2.7 liter EcoBoost V6. Now here's the cool part. It puts out 325 horsepower and 375 pound-feet of torque. That's really impressive out of something so small. It's hooked up to a 6-speed automatic transmission, and it is supposed to be one of the more efficient packages out there. We won't know that until November when the official MPG numbers come out.
Nathan, did you know you can get this in the FX4?
You can get this in the FX4?
Yeah.
Sweet. Well, so far it's proven to be very powerful, and off the line it pulls like a freight train.
All right, Nathan, you are now in the 2.7 EcoBoost.
That's right. This is the new tiny EcoBoost V6.
All right, good luck. Go for it.
All right, man.
Got to beat 5.9. Remember, about 1,000 RPM.
Okay. Not that we're counting or anything like that.
One more time on the name.
Nathan Adlin.
Nathan Adlin. Thank you very much, Nathan. Nathan Adlin. Where?
Whoa! Holy cow! This thing has got guts! Okay, I probably didn't do a very good job on the quarter mile 0 to 60. What? That's not even a quarter mile, it's an eighth of a mile, if that. But I can tell you this thing gets up and goes.
Of course, the big news is right here. Yep, that's aluminum. The whole truck, actually, at least the exterior panels, are made of aluminum. Now, I was in Detroit 2 years ago when they unveiled the Atlas concept, which was a concept for this truck, and that was bold and in your face and butch. And they toned it down quite a bit for the actual production vehicle, but that's normal. All in all, it's a evolution more than a revolution. You can still see the last F-150 in this one. And you know what? I like it. I've always liked the F-150. I've always thought it was a very handsome truck, and this just continues that. They have to do that because, let's face it, this has been the best-selling truck in America for like 30 years or so. in America.
Yes,
America.
we are.
It's Texas and it's hot, and we're in America. Why are we driving a V8? Why are we driving this 6-cylinder?
Well, folks, this is the story. This is the brand new 2.7 liter EcoBoost V6. It's a twin turbocharged V6, and it puts out 325 horsepower and 375 pound-feet of torque, and it does it at a really low RPM, around 2,000 RPM. Yes, this thing is a rocket.
Yes, it is.
I mean, dude, think about the size of this truck and the fact that little tiny pistons are able to push this thing like that. Now, they've done some very special things with the engine. This particular one is a dual overhead cam, 4 valves per cylinder, twin independent variable camshaft timing, twin turbocharged V6. Whew, yeah, and here's the point, and this is the most important one, is that you have a much lighter truck, which is much easier to power. So having this small engine, basically, you're not losing anything. This thing has as much go as a lot of the 5 liter and 5.7 liter engines we've tried in the past.
However, this is important, Nathan. You hear that? That is enhanced audio.
That's right, baby. That's not what the engine really sounds like. And what they've done is they've engineered a noise canceling / noise augmented audio system to go with the engine. So through the radio. So what you're not hearing is the actual sound of the engine, but a slightly modified version of it. That's fine. It doesn't really bother me one way or the other. And they're not the only car company to do it. I don't want to make it seem like we're harping on and on about this just because of it's Ford. Any automaker, almost every automaker does something like that. There's a lot of lighting throughout the truck, including in the bed, which is LED. Now what's really cool is on the mirrors, there's actually a button that you can push that'll actually splash the light from an LED under the mirror to the ground. So you actually have extra lighting on the ground, extra ambient lighting. It's actually pretty cool.
You know, Nathan, there's a light on the tailgate?
Yes, let's show them. Light on the tailgate.
What is that for?
That is awesome because it's to help you line up your hitch when you're hooking up at night, which is freaking awesome. More importantly, you got the video camera right there and you're able to see everything. And inside the cab, if you have a video screen, it actually shows a black dotted line that moves with the steering wheel to let you line up. It's awesome.
It's the future.
It is the future. Regardless of the sound of the engine, it hauls ass. When we had this thing on the drag strip, I could have gone much faster, but I didn't realize it was so powerful. I put my foot down and it burnt rubber halfway down the track.
Yeah, check out that video just by clicking on the link below.
That's right, baby. This is a interesting truck for so many reasons. Small engine. I can't remember the last time a full-size truck had an engine.
A 2.7 liter engine.
Jeez. I mean, you know.
I know, it's crazy.
The displacement is
crazy. And you know why Ford does that? They do that because they're trying to get better MPG, right? So
that's right.
They've lowered the weight of the truck.
Okay, there are a few things that I kind of disagree with Roman. I think it's a good-looking truck. I don't think it's the best-looking truck in the segment. Yes, it is kind of like the Atlas, but the Atlas was really badass, and they just should have kept it that way. But here's my biggest issue. These wheels. Yeah, not a big fan of them. Now, very important for you guys to know, this is actually a slightly wider truck than the one it replaces. And there are a couple of little nifty things that they have added to it, such as, you're going to love this, little key fob. That is not a demonstration of some crazy future model, folks. That's what you can get with the truck, and very, very light and easy to close. Kind of cool, huh?
It's like magic, Nathan.
Yeah, and look at this. If you just hit the button in here, do the same thing. Kind of cool.
Problem is, we don't know the MPG story.
No, we don't.
Ford knows it.
Yes, they know it, but they're not going to be able to or they don't want to release it officially until November.
Until the EPA numbers come out.
Yeah, once the EPA numbers come out and they're able to officially back them up, then they'll come out with them.
So the one thing we have found with the EcoBoost, both here and in Colorado, is that if you're really on the gas, right? Turbos are thirsty, right? If you're doing this a lot, it is going to dramatically decrease fuel economy. But let's face it, most people aren't like me and you.
Yeah, not only that, but let's face it, in any vehicle that you have, big V8 or otherwise, you're going to be doing the same thing. You put your foot down, you're going to suck up a lot of juice.
All right, guys, so we're not going to get official MPG until mid-November, but this is what we got. Now keep in mind, we had it in sport mode. You see the S there, and I was driving pretty fast.
We already know that the EcoBoost does really well at high altitude, and that's because it's turbocharged. But what's really important here is that the technology they're using in this system is not only the same as they're using in the bigger 3.5 liter EcoBoost, but according to an engineer I talked to when he was taking me through the engine, there's actually some brand new components in this engine that make it completely different from the 3.5 liter. And that includes a completely different setup with the turbochargers in terms of they can actually be moved around, because this engine can actually go into other vehicles. Always a ridiculous amount of room with these F-150s, I'll tell you, and nothing's changed there. Plenty of room, enough room for me to cross my legs. I'm about 6'1", and so I'm able to sit behind myself with no problem. I could even fit behind ridiculously tall Roman and Andre, when they're sitting up front. So there's a lot of room. And here's the great part. They've actually updated door panels and overall interior quality. Now in the front, something I've always bitched about is right here, even though it's still hard plastic here, at least for the driver and front passenger, you can get soft padding where you put your elbow. Trust me, we've done thousands of miles in an F-150 and we have the raw elbows to show for it. So that's great, and that sucks.
Nathan, the manufacturers have used different techniques to get the best MPG possible, right? Ford uses aluminum, save weight.
Yeah.
Chevy, GM uses cylinder deactivation.
That's right.
And Ram, Chrysler, has gone to a diesel.
Yeah, they've gone to a diesel, and they've also gone to 8-speed automatic transmission, so more gears.
So we are living in a golden time for trucks.
Yeah, imagine adding all of that stuff together. Could you imagine if you actually took all that technology and mashed it together in one truck? It'd be insane.
And check that out, there's a little F-150 logo on the side of the door.
Yeah, stuff like that is kind of chintzy for some people. I think it's okay. But here's the good part. Most of the materials in there now feel high quality. A lot of the older Ford materials in the old F-150 felt really tinny and plasticky. This is much thicker, feels like higher quality plastics. And there are other soft touch materials throughout where you're actually putting your hands, including on the steering wheel. Altogether, finally, Ford has caught up with General Motors and Ram in terms of interior quality.
Now, in terms of steering feel, this is electric steering, so it does heavy up quite a bit when you get on the highway, when you get at speeds. And I like that. You know, it's not a sports car, it's not a Canyon Carver, and for a pickup truck, I think it's fine. I have a hard time, if I'm being completely honest, telling the difference between all the three trucks. They're all very similar when it comes to steering feel. These things used to steer like you were piloting a Queen Mary, right? It was this big thing and you were kind of going down the road and you could barely keep it within the lines. Now it's just like a car.
Yeah, they're very easy to control. I find that the Chevy still has the best driving position. Now this is my own personal point of view. This is not a completely shared point of view, but it is a lower vehicle. It has a lower hood and it feels a little bit more car-like. This feels like a truck. You are really high up.
All right, Nathan, so the big news, of course, is that it's all aluminum, but we've only had a chance to drive it for like an hour, so would it be fair to give them a buy it, lease it, rent it, or forget it rating?
No, absolutely not. We need to get it all the way up to Colorado.
Yeah, and we're gonna do that, and we're gonna take it up the
Ike Gauntlet.
And we're gonna really make sure that this can tow as good as it drives. As always, this is Roman
and Nathan
saying thanks for watching. Check out TFLtruck.com for more
news, views, and real-world reviews. At first it's docile, right? And then you get it up about 2,000 RPM, and all of a sudden everything changes. It's also really, really light on its feet. Once again, yes, it sits high, but I mean, the same corners, I'm taking them at about the same speed as I did in the other ones, and you're not hearing as much squealing, and that's not because I'm smoother. That's because it's lighter. Smaller engine, aluminum body, and even the frame. They say they put a little, what was it, 70 pounds out of the frame too? Yeah, this is a much lighter, easier to throw around vehicle. And it moves really, really quick. All right. Whew, that was fun.